good, people in the YouTube world and beyond? This is your boy B. I'm back at you cats live 4:08 in the morning. And I want to let you know that tonight is my first night back, my new route that is actually the old route, son. And if you guys been following me for a long time, you know that this is the walk that I used to take about 2 years ago, you know? And if you even want to go back further than that, this is the same walk that I take, like 7, 8 years ago, man, you know? But I've been a lot of places since then, and I'm going a lot of places after that, you know? But this brings back a whole bunch of memories to me, man, you know? And tonight, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I noticed about the universe, right? So y'all see me, again, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and if I've been telling you this, I'm supposed to start, honestly, at 8. But I come in very, very early because I feel like, I work at my own time. So I give myself way more hours than everybody else because I want to take a break when I want to take a break. I want to chill when I want to chill. And coming in early enables me to do all of that and also get my work done. But this leads me into what I want to talk about today. And I remember, man, this was back in the day, my people, back in the day. We talking about the year 2000 and what, 10? 2012, right? And at the time, I think I was making about 55, 56, $60,000 a year, man. And I used to look up at this sky right here and think like, man, when is my time going? Because even prior to that, prior to 7, 8 years ago, I was still coming in early, doing what I had to do. And it just seemed like none of this stuff would go anywhere, man. Seemed like it wouldn't go anywhere. And the movement was slow, was very, very, very slow. But the one thing I always kept doing was kept doing what I got to do, kept being consistent. I kept picking up more and more responsibilities. And now, what I was betting up in that sky and asking the universe for, it actually came to me. And it came to me like double. Came to me in double. But the point of the matter is that prior to that, I was doing way more than what I felt like I was worth. And it's crazy because it took the universe years to catch up to the things that I was doing. And I see people on a regular basis, man, we complain, and I get it. What's up to the people on the chat? Who's that? Sweet. Damn, I can't even read it. What's good? How y'all doing today, man? Where y'all coming from? Where you guys coming from and where you guys calling from, my people? I'm out here in Long Island. This is New York, Freeport, Long Island. It's 4 o'clock. Y'all know I'm making my way to work. I do, But the point that I'm trying to make, they from India. Jesus Christ, from India? Wow, how is India, man? I watch a lot of those live stream videos from India, and I work with a lot of people from India, since I work in IT. And I love you guys, man. The people that I worked with, they definitely looked out for me. But yeah, so I know what everybody go through, man, because, we overachieve a lot and don't complain, and we come around and do what we got to do, and we sit around and we wait, man. We wait for the universe to hand us what we feel that we worth. And the worst thing, my boy Mott, what up, Big Mott? He said I'm from North Main Street. No doubt, son, you down the block. I can walk to your crib right now, you dig? Yeah, but nah, what I was saying, man, is that times do get tough, man. Times do get tough, and we feel like our time's never gonna come. And the worst thing you can do during that time is give up, yo. I'm telling you, the worst thing you could do is give up during that time because you're basically taking the equity out of all the work that you put in, And again, you just keep it up, and the universe is eventually going to, give you what you need. And I'm a living testament of that, man. You know what I mean? A living testament. And even now, with what I get and the position that I'm in, I still feel like I do extra and extra and extra. And you know, the universe definitely gonna pan out. You know, definitely gonna pan out. So what's good, man? Everybody in the chat, what's up? Y'all can ask me anything. What is on you guys' plans for today? What y'all up to? He said, India, your airplane in my country. What do? What that mean, man? What you trying to say? And thanks for saying that you love the stream, you know. I'm gonna try to come on live around 4 o'clock in the morning so y'all can see the growth every single day. Because, you know, I honestly had to take a step back, my people. Had to take a step back. Y'all know, I was living on this same line over there a little bit west in Rockville Center, you know? And I had a little spot over there in the Ave line, and I loved it. But the only thing is, the rent over there was what, $2,700 a month for a studio, yo. So for 18 months, I was spending $2,700 for a studio apartment, my people. And if y'all do the math, I'm not getting that rent back. You know, I ain't getting that rent back. That's money that's down the, I wouldn't say it's down the drain because I did have a lot of memories. I did love my space and I did learn a lot during that time. However, I ain't getting that money back, you know what I mean? So I decided to basically stop spending as much money on rent and put that money in my pocket. And I gave myself, what, 24 months to have a house, my people, to save up and get my own little spot, a house, you know? And that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. So that's exactly what we doing, my people, them. You dig? So what up, my man in India? It's 2 p.m. in India. Jesus Christ. What? It's crazy, man. Crazy. So what, you went to work today at 2 p.m.? Your day damn near over, ain't it? Sure, your day is damn near over, you know? But check this out, man. What y'all think about this, yo? Tell me what y'all think about this. So I was moving, right, a couple days ago. And guess what I found in my crib, man? Guess what I found in my crib? If y'all go to my YouTube page, y'all gonna see what I found. Guess what I found? I found a dead bird, son. It was a dead bird in my crib. I ain't smell it, none of that stuff. It was right by the washing machine. And the craziest thing about it is it was buried in a whole bunch of bags. Because out here, when you go to the store, they don't give you bags. So you got to pay for your own bags. And I'm trying to figure out how that damn thing got into my spot, man. I'm still trying to figure it out, how I got into my spot. You know? Was it in the bag when I put my stuff in there and then I brought it into my spot? Could it be something else even more wicked than that? You know? I try to look at the positive in every situation. So if I see something like that, I'm not gonna think what y'all want me to think first, you know what I mean? And the people that I told about it, they like, yo, they talking some, you know, like witchcraft type stuff. They saying it's witchcraft stuff. But I don't believe no damn witchcraft, man. Y'all talk to me. Y'all believe in witchcraft? What's going on? What's going on? Someone put root on me. Mott said somebody put root on me. Big Mott, I don't believe in no damn roots, man. Y'all believe in roots? I do not believe in no damn roots, son. But it's funny because my family from the South, right? And they got them root stories. And it always happen when somebody move. They say they find something in the crib, a dead bird, you know what I mean? Just all different types of stuff that they say they find. But I don't believe in none of that, man. I don't believe in none of that, you know? It's crazy, but it is kind of weird, you know what I mean? Because prior to finding that and prior to me moving and all of that stuff, I was looking into that Timothy LaVey stuff and all of that witchcraft stuff. And I came to the conclusion that these cats were pseudo, son. All they was doing was dressing up and trying to look creepy. They talk about Timothy LaVey, the most evil person in the world, and he's having magic fights with people like this Star Wars, and he got the damn force with him or something like that. I don't believe in none of that, man. I just think that these were people that were playing with symbols. I think these people playing with symbols, they used to just go into the forest, burn up owls, and pray and try to scare y'all, you know? So there was like a little forest thing in the back of my building. So I used to go over there during the witching hour, like 3 a.m., 3 a.m. and just walk around, son. You know the scariest thing? Was a car driven by a human in the parking lot at 3 a.m. I'm like, man, this is out of place. But nothing in nature ever scared me, son. You know? We got somebody in the chat, they said, let me go and rewind the eggs of their wicked. Now, I feel you, son. I feel you, you know? But I don't believe in that, man. I really don't. I really do not believe in that nonsense, man. Because I played around with all of that stuff, you know? Definitely played around with it. And I don't see it. I don't see it, you know? But at the same time, you know, I am respectful of it. I am respectful of it because I was watching a YouTube video and they was breaking it down. They was like, yo, don't play with them. Don't play with that world because you may think, you know, you out of it, but then it could come back at any time. And, you know, I be seeing a lot of dead stuff around me, son. A lot of dead stuff. So I'm walking, I look on the ground, see a little bird that's about to die. I see mice and rats and all different types of stuff everywhere. So I was looking at that. I did have a dream where it said, today is the day you die. And I jumped up real quick. It was like a voice in my head and I heard it. So, man, I don't know. I'm still on the fence with it, man. But I definitely, you know, I don't think I believe it. You know what I mean? What y'all think? What do y'all think about that? You know? Anybody in the chat seen that movie Weapons? Because they went into stuff like that too in that movie Weapons. Y'all went over there and seen it? I like that. I like that. Well, I guess nobody gonna say anything, so y'all didn't. So yeah, I saw that movie and it had to do a lot with witchcraft. It was a good movie, man. It was a good movie. But again, I ain't buying it, man. I am not buying it, yo. Yep. But this is the beautiful Freeport. Freeport on Is Island. We got some beautiful people from Freeport. I know y'all know Flavor Flav. He from Freeport, you know. Who else is from Freeport? I know Prodigy and Mobb Deep. They used to stay out here. And Prodigy from Hempstead. You dig? I know Havoc had a spot out here in Freeport. Who else is from Freeport? I know it's a lot of people out here from Freeport. Yeah, no? I think the Long Island auditor, if y'all watch those audit videos, he be coming out here. He was over here one day messing with the Freeport cops, you know what I mean? But honestly, and y'all probably gonna punch me in my face for saying this, but to me, Freeport cops have been great. Freeport cops have been great, man. You know what I mean? I had a couple situations with the cops. Couple situations with these Freeport cops, you know what I mean? And they let me go every single time. My man saying bye-bye. Peace out, peace out, peace out. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell y'all one story I had with the Freeport police. And this was like 10 years ago, man. One night I went out with my boy and we was clubbing. And I got drunk. I got drunk as a damn skunk, yo. I got so drunk because, you know, at the time I had just got a new job. It was a big ass raise. I was getting like, what, $35,000 a year? And then with my raise, I jumped to a base salary of $55,000. And you could get overtime. So, you know, I'm pulling like, I was killing them. Like 70,000. You feel me? And this was like 10 years ago. So, man, I was excited. I went to the club, went to the bar, got mad drunk, son. And got belligerent. So the guards was trying to kick me up out that spot. And man, I ain't gonna let nobody kick me up out of nowhere. So I started acting the fool, man. And y'all ain't gonna believe what happened. These fools knock me out, son. Yeah, I'm right about there. Lamont, you crazy, son. That ain't what I'm talking about. So they knocked me out, son. These big ass security guards. And I'm 5'8", 5'8" and a half, 5'9", 160. These big old diesel 6'4", 6'5" dudes, 2 and some change. Man, them dudes knocked me out, son. And then called the cab for me. And they called the cab. So I'm drunk in the cab, knocked out or beat up. And the cab like, yo, where you live? So I told him where I live, but I was trying to be slick and get dropped off around the corner from where I live. But it won't my crib, son. I forgot that I told him to drop me off on that corner and went into a house that wasn't mine. So it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm knocking on the door like, yo, let me in, let me in. And they like, man, you don't live here. And I'm like, nah, let me in. I live here. Stop playing. And they're like, nah, you don't live here. So these guys call the cops on me. I try to run from the cops, but I'm so damn drunk. I'm tripping in the person's lawn. I try to open the door and the screen door bust me in my head. I got a big old cut on my eye. The cops came. They seen me. They got my ID. And guess what they did, son? They took me home with no issues, man. Just dropped me off home and was like, keep an eye on them. And that's 100, son. Breezy, what up, my boy? Was good. Ain't nothing chilling, man. You know? What up with you, Breezy? How you feeling, man? I'll be watching your lives. You killing them, man. You killing them with that FBA talk. Definitely killing them, man. We got to do a live together one day. You know? Yeah, I'm good. What's my man, Josh Matthews? What's happening? How you feeling, Josh Matthews? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. We just walking to the train station right now. I'm about to go hop on that train, get my day started. You did go to 7-Eleven, get me a little bit of coffee before we get up out of here. You know? What's good? What's good? Who's that? Limited. Oh, I can't even read that. What up? You said okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. What up to everybody on the check-in, you know? Everybody on the check-in, what up? So yeah, the Freeport collapse. The Freeport collapse. The Freeport cops took me to the crib, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Never had no issue. Another time I had with the Freeport cops, yo, was this. I had a hoopty, son. This when I first moved to Freeport. So we talking damn near 20 years ago, son. So I used to smoke weed in my car like a damn fool. And this was, you know, weed is legal now in New York, so it don't even matter. But back then I used to smoke mad weed in my car. And I had a little stash box under the steering wheel where, you know, you had to know where it was to get it. So you had to pull it out like that. You feel me? So I used to roll up in front of somebody else's house. And I guess they seen me rolling up and they called the police on me, man. So here come Freeport police right up under me, 3 or 4 of them. I put the weed in the stash box and they asked me to get out the car. And I'm like, damn, son, it's about to go down. I get out the car, right? I get out the car. Then they searching me. I have nothing on me, right? And I'm looking at them. I'm looking at the spot that I got the shit in. And they searching, checking everything, looking in my trunk, nothing in there. One cop put his hand over the stash box, touched it, and I'm looking at him like, oh, it's about to go down. Tell me why he closed it back up, ain't say nothing. And they let me go. Let me go. I'm like, all right, that's what up, Freeport. That's definitely what's up, you know? And the one last other thing I want to say about Freeport cops is this. You know, you said your mom's live in Freeport? That's what up, Breezy. That's what up. You know, Freeport and Hempstead, you know, we cousins. We cousins, you know? So last thing I want to say about Freeport cops and why I respect them and how they always looked out for me is this. I used to live with my cousin, my little cousin, right? And he has mental problems. And he's a big kid, son. You know, 6'4", 6'5", 2 and some change, real big. And the people that I lived with was getting older. It was my mother and her husband. And they in their 60s. And my cousin is what, 21, 22, strong, you know, just he, you know, he's a big guy and real strong. And he could get excited, you know, because like I told you, he has mental issues. And every single time he would, you know, he'd get angry, start hitting people. He would throw stuff on the floor, like break everything. And it got to the point where my mother couldn't really control him. So she'll call the cops when he was having one of his episodes. And the Freeport police never beat him up. Never beat him up. They always would come over and they will always be respectful and treat him with the respect and the attention that he needed, being that he had mental problems. So for me, I got no issues with Freeport police, man. You know? And we pulling up to the train station right here. On 7-Eleven right there. Thank you, cats, for watching. Everybody who checked in. I love y'all. Tomorrow, we might be doing the same thing. I ain't know I was going to get cats watching. And we're going to come back. Tomorrow, I might even have a topic, man. But that's all I got. Thank you, cats, for listening. This is your boy B. We about you. Peace out, y'all.